Hello again, Fairhaven Town Administrator Keith Hickey with the latest edition of Town Report for the week ending March 27th, 2026. Just a quick update on the Select Board meeting. We were fortunate enough to find and hire a new treasurer collector. Her name is Carla Moreo. She is currently a treasurer collector in another community. We're excited to have her. She comes to Fairhaven with a great deal of experience, fabulous reputation, and a hard worker. So we're looking forward to having her. We also recognized Patrick Timothy Fleming for Eagle Scout project. We appointed Emily Gauger to the Economic Development Committee. Thank you for being willing to serve on that. Select Board approved a one-day all alcohol license for the Hanami Tea House for Sunday the 29th of March from 5 to 9 o'clock in the evening. The Marine Resources Committee and Harbor Master Tim Cox was in looking to update and increase the rents on the north side of the Union Wharf. The south side has been paying more money because there were additional amenities, electricity and things of that nature that were provided to them. On the wharf, at some point in the recent past, the north side now has the same amenities as the south side. So for the 2 or 3 boats that park there, we're going to be increasing their rents from, I don't have the exact numbers, but about $1,800 a month to about $2,300 a month. So appreciate the Marine Resource Committee reviewing that, bringing that forward. The Select Board voted a cover and a back cover for our 2025 annual town report. There were, I believe, over 40 applicants that submitted some photos for consideration. I want to thank everybody very much for the photos that were submitted. The Select Board also agreed to participate in an additional settlement with 6 more opioid providers. This opioid litigation settlement, it's a nationwide settlement that now has 6 more defendants that have chosen to settle. Fairhaven, at the recommendation of legal counsel, has agreed to participate in that settlement. The fiscal 27 budget was scheduled to be discussed. Ultimately, it was passed over. We'll talk about that in a second, but the budget discussion has been extended for an additional week, and I'll talk about that briefly in a minute when we get into just a budget update overall. Those were the items that were discussed. They also passed over the recommending the articles and closing the warrant. That'll be done next week. They accepted some minutes, they accepted some correspondence, and the Select Board will be holding a special meeting on Monday, March 30th. On the 30th of March, the expectation is that the Select Board will go through the town meeting warrant, make recommendations on the amounts that will be included on the warrant. They will probably vote on every potential article and item except for potentially the school. The reason they won't vote on the school on Monday is that the Finance Committee, the Select Board, and the School Committee will meet to vote on Tuesday, March 31st. I have a joint meeting again like we had last week to try to talk about finalizing amounts, discussing potentially some sort of an override and what will be included in those overrides. And at that point, the Select Board and other boards, frankly, may vote at that point to finish up voting on the warrant. The Finance Committee is going to, as I mentioned, is going to meet on the 31st with the Select Board and hopefully the School Committee as well. The Finance Committee is also scheduled to meet on Thursday, April 2nd for what I assume to be, if needed, their last meeting. Obviously, with trying to finalize the budget numbers, the budget numbers have still been moving around a little bit. We're trying to finalize things, fine-tune things as best we can. The budget's tight. Some of the information we have are estimates, so we're trying to get those actual numbers, so we're actually making decisions on actual numbers rather than estimates. I suggested to the Select Board, and they agreed, along with the Finance Committee. They should have finished up this week on their budget discussions. They'll finish up next week. What that means is that the town meeting materials that go out to town meeting members, usually about 3 weeks before town meeting, may go out a week or so later than that. I would suspect at this point, we're gonna try to move it a little quicker, but I would expect for town meeting members, they should be getting their materials for town meeting during the week of April 20th, which is a little bit later than normal, and we apologize for that. However, the town meeting information will be available on the website. If town meeting members would like to have their information printed out from the website, we'd be happy to do that for you. Just let us know, and we'll print that out, and we can either mail it to you, or you can come stop by and pick it up, whichever is most convenient for you. Losing a week, I guess, on the preparation end for town meeting members, but just trying to make sure that we put together a budget and a warrant as complete and accurate as we can get, and it's candidly taken us a little bit more time than I think anybody would have hoped, but we're getting near the end. So a lot of stuff still going on. You'll see some information obviously being discussed, and there's some information on our website. We update that as often as we can. Draft warrants are on there now. Some of the information or some of the warrant articles don't have amounts in them yet, but they have at least the language that's going to be in the warrant articles. So again, town meeting will be on Saturday, May 2nd. The town election will be held on Tuesday, June 9th. If there's a Proposition 2.5 article that's approved at town meeting, at the election on June 9th, the election of candidates that are up for re-election or running for office, as well as a ballot question on the Proposition 2.5, and there'll also be a question, I believe, on leaving civil service for some of the police and fire individuals. We've got 3 separate processes we need to follow to leave civil service, and the first one will be on the town ballot. With that, I want to thank everybody very much for watching. Please try to get yourself informed on what's going on. A lot of things happening. They're changing, unfortunately, on a pretty regular basis, but I think things are starting to slow down now. And as we sit here a week from now, ideally, our discussions on the fiscal 27 budget will be finished, and it'll just be a matter of preparing for town meeting and having town meeting on May 2nd. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please always feel free to reach out. Have a great day.